Hey guys, come here and welcome back to the EDITRON YouTube channel. We are back with Doctor Who Season 2, here with Wishworld. Yes, Wishworld, Episode 7 of the season. Last time was the Interstellar Song Contest, an episode that, as you may have gathered, did not like it. Did not like it at all. Thought it was pretty naff, writing-wise, and just everything about it was just no. And now that I've had a week to think about it, yeah, very solidified in my not liking of it, thought it was quite poor. And I guess to sort of address it, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm not miserable. I'm all good. It's like, you don't have to worry about me, guys. If you don't like the reactions, it's happily normal. I have a different opinion to you, and that's totally fine. Yeah, it's all chill. You don't have to, worry if I'm like miserable or if I don't want to watch the show or not. I will happily continue watching the show, even if it's hot garbage or if it's fucking phenomenal. Either way, I am happy to watch it and talk about it because that's what it's all about. I don't have to conform to everybody's opinions. I can have my own and thoughts and everything. And yeah, I hope this episode is good, like I hope that every episode of Doctor Who is good. But the reality is that probably not everyone is going to be good, and that's okay. To talk about, hopefully this one's actually good, because I don't want to have another bad episode after last week. So yeah, if you don't enjoy my reactions, that's like totally fine. You don't have to watch these reactions. It's a bit different than watching a show. Because I want to watch the show at the moment. If you don't, or if you do, it's totally up to you. It's that how other people who are not enjoying this era don't want to watch it. I think that's totally fair. I do, because I like talking about media. That's just kind of my thing, whether it's good or bad. I really enjoy it. I don't know if you guys can tell. I do enjoy talking about media, even if it's bad. Fucking hell, the last 5 years has pretty much been about that with the EDITRON podcast. Anybody knows that I was very much looking forward to this era, but I've been disappointed. I can't help but feel disappointed, because when you look at the original Russell run, phenomenal character work. Feels like that's just something that is missing from this era. But anyway, on with this two-part finale. We are here for the two-part finale. Wishworld is up first, and then there will be the reality war next week. So this is it. This is what 2 seasons of TV have been leading up to. Let's be honest. This is what it's all been leaning to. With what's been seen of previews and all that, feels like it's a lot of things that the last 2 seasons have set up is going to be influenced to this episode. From what it seems, I think conceptually, from what it looks like and what I can gather and sort of think what it might be, it could be an interesting episode. The problem that I've had, and has always had, with this era, is there's a significant lack of character work between actions that are taken. Feels like the characters aren't really as in-depth as they definitely could be, and it feels like it's more relying on the show's history as a whole, rather than setting up an interesting character conflict between the Rani, the Doctor, Belinda, and anybody else really involved in this area in a consistent capacity. And that's just what is completely missing. I think the writing has just been, when you compare last season and this season to 1 to 4, series 1 to 4 of the Doctor Who original run with Russell, they're two different things. And when I say different, I don't really see that as a positive, in the sense that we're losing so much when you compare it to a lot of, just even an average episode of last era with Russell. Feels like just a lot of character just isn't there that you would think would be there based on what he has set up. But maybe this episode brings it all around. I don't think it will. But what my main hope for, I want this episode to be good. I'm making that clear. I want this episode to be good. And I hope it works. I really do. But I guess without further ado, there's not really much more point talking about it. Now we just got to watch it. So yeah, Doctor Who, Season 2, Episode 7, Wishworld. Oh my god, we're on the set of the Mark of the Rani. Remember that episode? That in the 6th Doctor era? That episode was strange. Not much really happens. 1865. Oh, now it's sun shining. Oh my god.
We sent message to the village.
Massive eyebrows.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And lucky number 7.
Seventh sons. The seventh son of seven sons having 7 sons. I hope she's good as the Rani. It's quite funny that I saw like a lot of clips of her in the actress in a show with John Sim. He obviously was the master. I think no jokes have been quite funny.
Now he's all mine. Excuse me? I don't think
You
so.
can't hit me, child.
Child back right now.
You wanker.
Your wife is Violet.
Oh God.
Boys, get out. All of you children, get out now! Run!
If she's Oh wow. Oh, didn't kill them, turn them into ducks. Russell, you coward. Oh.
Let's get to work. We have things to
So
do
why is this
when it
baby
comes
going to be
to
significant? And this is the Wishworld. And it's Poppy from Space Babies. It's all connected.
And the weather's going to be nice.
Hi,
All across
Conrad.
England and the whole of Great Britain. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning, Conrad.
Yeah, bit of a weird card open. I hope we get a significant time in this reality and we don't just cut it short, because that would be quite annoying, because there's a lot of potential with this. Wishworld by Russell T. Davies. Come on, Russell. What I'm assuming is Conrad is just the top of like the world, and it's his reality and what he wants.
With balloons and songs.
Mummy will cook a big pot of biryani. Is that nice?
No. No, how did that happen?
I've got it, I've
Reality.
You head off, darling.
Reality isn't quite there. It just fell through the table. Hi, Ruby.
Are you the doctor?
Would you need a doctor? Is everything okay?
No. Are you called the doctor?
My name is John Smith. Someone, listen, is this some sort of a game? Because I don't really appreciate it on my doorstep.
And you're John Smith's wife? I certainly am. Who are you? That's your daughter?
Of course it is.
I'm sorry, but you don't have a daughter.
Oh my god, what an absolute moron.
It's the most outrageous.
So rude. Good day to you, sir.
No,
Ma'am.
please, I have someone expressing doubt. The
Oh,
address is 11
okay.
Calico Avenue.
So this thing happens a lot. Oh, hello, Mel.
No. Don't speak to her.
What was all that about, Mr. Smith?
Oh, never mind. Best forgotten, eh?
One thing about this is that it allows the actors to try and be like so different from what they normally are. Really allows them to expand their range, which is all good.
They'd leave so they could go and fall in love and marry and have babies. And then the doctor was all alone.
So why is he telling this story? Why? Hello, Susan Twist.
No sugar, Mr. Smith. I've got digestives, bourbons, and nice vanilla wafers.
All the Time Lords were killed, and Doctor Who was the only one left.
But what am I going to say? Can we go out to dinner?
Oh no, this will annoy the fandom because Kate is straight and likes a man. Oh no. That whole discourse is so fucking stupid, man.
Was that supposed to be? No. I'm just. You're a man. How can you find another man beautiful?
That's... You can't be gay. It's wrong.
Slip twixt cup and lip, as they say.
9 a.m. We have begun. Get to work.
Can't be saying that, Doctor.
Those days were gone.
Knock, knock, it's only us.
Hello. First time we're meeting her family
I was
as well.
just saying to...
How long was I what?
In labour. I must have been there. It's funny, but I can't remember.
When was it?
There's another slip.
Oh.
Reality slipping. So yeah, everybody has slips.
There we go.
Like pretty often enough where there's bins everywhere. It's sort of now breaking her. How long has it been like this, though? Has it literally just started here? From this day? Oh, she just runs to the woods, okay.
She's so beautiful.
Well, that's a gay thought, Kate. You can't say that.
No, she just
is.
She just is.
Yes. She just is.
She is.
I really hope this is the whole episode. But what's the purpose of this world? Why? Is it literally just for Conrad's own benefit, or is it something more? And imagine it's something more. Those are very strange looking. Look at that.
It's such a lot of hard work. All the thinking. Sometimes I forget about the weather and South Africa gets flooded.
Yeah.
And you're doing a very, very good job.
All he does is chuckle. He's amazing, isn't he?
One of the Pantheon.
How's the doctor?
Getting there. Doubts at 30%.
So it's important he adds doubts then? Well, I do have a feeling this is going to be just a major setup episode. And it all hinges on next episode. That's what I'm getting, like last season.
Sorry.
Oh, they don't know each other.
I don't suppose you could spare us a couple of quid, could you? No, I shouldn't be talking to you. This isn't right.
Okay, they're part of it, but they're also like majorly having doubts and stuff.
The disabled, the dispossessed, the ones who don't fit in. I swear I've never seen this place before. Yes, you have. You walk past it every day. And you ignore us.
Remember something.
Oh my god, look, it's there, he's there. He's right there in the corner with a beanie.
Yeah, but you're
I can
different
tell
from
that
us.
is.
I tried telling my mum and my gran, and
Again though, I hate when this isn't a Doctor Who issue.
Listen to doubts.
There is something wrong with you, my girl. Somebody put this on you.
It's my daughter. She's been expressing doubts.
And they got kicked out again.
I think you need to come and take her away.
God, she's just been through the fucking ringer with her mum picking her out every year. Oh, there's another doubt. Another slip.
Get her another one, Pete.
You all need them mugs.
Said she would. I'm gonna bring down God. You with us?
Oh, I'm in. I am in.
A secret so old and so terrible, everyone had forgotten.
Now, where
that
the hell is
secret was beginning
Belinda?
to wake. And the doctor said,
Hey, Susan.
and wise,
Yeah.
and she
No
knew
surprise
that
from
Doctor
last
Who
week that she will have a big role to play.
Doctor, can you hear me?
Oh, hello.
They're coming, and this hell dimension is sliding.
Oh
into
god,
the
that
pit
looks
I don't know
not
if I'm gonna
great.
survive.
It doesn't look so great.
You know?
The effects are, they're very confident in their effects.
Strange. I love you.
I warn you, Doctor, this secret will change reality forever.
Oh, she's back. He's breaking all the mugs. There you go. Tables, don't do that.
There was a man on the TV, and I really liked him.
Gay! Get him out! Get him out!
I'm sorry.
That's how it's painted as. Oh god. He's gay.
He's having doubts.
Yeah. That's the reality of what Conrad wants. You did also. You did run to the
There's a child
woods.
asleep upstairs and she's going to need someone with her in the morning.
You recognized your husband's doubt because you've been expressing doubt yourself.
Yeah, you
That's
ran
what
to the
it does
woods
with
and you
the
started
secret.
screaming.
It contaminates.
And
It
then no one really
breeds,
talks
it
about it.
festers,
One thing I think this episode, and maybe it's Russell's intention, I think it's a very wordy episode when it doesn't need to be. Yeah, I feel like there was also rumours that this was going to be called like Mayday, and I felt like that would have been a good title for this.
We're not exactly the best bunch of spies, are we? Hi, Ava. So come on. If we go outside after the curfew, then we'll be locked up for doubting the system. Stop worrying.
Yeah, just the dialogue needs reworked. That's the thing. It's too wordy. It's too talking about what's going on as it happens. That's the issue with... That's sort of just the issue with the era, unfortunately.
The plan is we come around to leave the Bone Palace, and then once he's outside...
That's all I
The
need.
Bone Palace. What happens when the clock strikes midnight?
No? Is any of this making sense? Don't you ever wonder deep down in both your hearts where your TARDIS is? I have a child at home. Her name is Poppy. You haven't got a child. Don't you dare say that.
That girl, she said...
Yes, what was her name?
Ruby.
He's getting there.
But why? What's the point of... Why do you need the reality, but now why did you need to remember? There's got to be a reason for it. Don't you dare dance with my husband.
At the siege of Persephone, with the city burning around us, people said we were lovers. Can you remember? Yes.
Yeah.
Every villain you ever fought wanted death. I only wanted life. Is the Rani.
Imagine if that was reveal was there instead of last episode.
You remember?
Feels weird that it was tacked on to last episode. Why do you want him to remember though?
But this planet is alive. This whole world.
What are you even talking about?
Hello, Conrad.
You told me I was nothing. So what do you think of me now?
You woke the Pantheon, and the most powerful god of all was born. Desiderium, the god of wishes.
And he's mine.
But what is her plan? What is Rani's plan? She's obviously using him, but why? What is your ultimate plan?
You hid in plain sight. Do you remember?
Yes, but why?
Equivalent of
A billion supernovas.
there. He's remembering. So the Vindicator created a web of titanic power, and Conrad to create an entire world.
Yeah.
It's full of mistakes, and it cannot sustain itself because you have doubts.
And slips and trips and falls.
Everybody has doubts. Oh, she's got it. She's very good. Because the truth is,
The doubts are not the problem. The doubts are the whole point.
on cue.
So why do you want the planet to be cracked open?
Because this isn't just exposition, Doctor. I need to tell you.
And there's a lot of it.
So then a Time Lord's doubt rips open the structure of reality itself. Come and see.
She wants to rip open reality with the Doctor's doubt. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Bye-bye. And that's why May 24th is... the world is just gone. So this episode pretty much is just one big build-up to the next episode. But it's whether it'll be worth it.
Omega.
Omega. The first Time Lord. The creator
Oh.
of the Time Lords. The greatest and most terrifying Time Lord of
Ah. Omega. Well, now not only the Rani's back, but Omega is back. Okay.
I remember. The Doctor is me. And the Rani.
Is gone.
What are you doing?
Lot of stakes for this episode.
I remember you too. And I know that you'll try everything to stop me.
Oh, bye-bye. Oh, fucking hell, now she's lost. Oh, fucking hell.
I have a daughter! Poppy is real! Do you know what that means?
To be continued. Okay. So that was Wishworld. I have no idea how to think about that. I've got no fucking clue. The idea of it, conceptually, I'm all for it. I think it's a very interesting idea. A world wished by an absolute maniac bigot. I think that's an idea that can absolutely work well. I think the issue the episode has is that it's like last season. It's all build up. Yeah, this episode is one that it's a strange one because it's literally just all build up. It's all build up and it's all paying off the next episode, and whether like what's Conrad's thought on all this? Like, his reality has now been broken. Has he got any motivation? Like, what's his thought on this? Is this a guy? Is he all for this? Is he been tricked? Is he in on this? That's what I'm curious about. But we didn't really get anything on that. Yeah. What can you really say? I think the performances were all good, and I think the idea and direction and music was a lot. There was a lot of music, and it played over a lot, and that's an editing thing. That's not a Murray problem. I know they said this isn't just exposition, Doctor, but there was a lot. There was a lot of exposition, and it's just not. I don't like it. I don't like that kind of stuff. Like, to be doing it, but then also trying to point out as if, haha, we're joking as well with it. You're still doing it. Like, you're still having exposition riddled throughout the episode, rather than telling a convincing drama. That's just how I see it. It's an episode that I think if you redraft it again, there's a setup here. I think that's the problem with it. I think the issue is that it's very lacking of drama that is related to all the stuff that we've seen so far. I think the episode, is it one of the worst episodes of this season? No, I think it's probably one of the better ones. If I was to put my money on it, I think. You know what's really strange? It's very strange that Conrad is every sort of bigotry apart from racism. Weirdly, like you'd think he would be. Like, he's ableist, he's sexist, he's everything under the sun other than racist. It seems, because he allows people of color in their society. Unless the only people we saw was literally related to Belinda and the Doctor, and that was it. I would have to look back and see, which might be the case. But yeah, I think what this episode, it literally all pays off next episode, and I think the fact that Omega is a part of it is obviously massive. But there was no real hints towards it. Neither was a hints towards Rani. Imagine if the Rani reveal was in this episode. We didn't know who Rani was. We knew it was a Time Lord. And I imagine we would all guess, but, you could reveal it this episode. Or even just have Mrs. Flood, and then this person is a part of last episode, reveals they're a Time Lord, and then we see, the reveal that the fact that they bi-generated. Still not a fan of that. But you see them reveal that they're the Rani throughout the episode. That would probably be more narratively satisfying and probably more clean than what they did last episode with that reveal. Yeah, it's yeah. I find this episode to be strange in the sense that it again, it's like last season where the Life of Ruby Sunday, I think it was called. It's literally just all set up for they did the same thing. It's all build up, and it's all depending on the next episode whether it hits or not. yeah, it's I'm not sure what else you can really say. There's not really the quality of the episode does really depend on next episode. I don't like episodes that do that. Like it happened last season, and then finale last season happened, and it was really bad. So if next episode's bad, then we just had to repeat 2 seasons. He's done the same thing twice, which is very not like what I expect from Russell. From this era compared to last. Oh, rating. I forgot to give a rating. Just remembered. Ooh. I'm not sure. Because again, all depending on next week, whether it actually delivers. It's 65 minutes, so we'll have the time. I'll probably give like a 5.5, maybe a 6 if I'm being kind. Probably say that. I think the idea is solid, but I just think, yeah, I think probably 5.5 or 6. I'll be kind and say 6. Compared to other stories, it wasn't as mind-numbingly frustrating as others, but yeah, it's all dependent on the next episode. You have to see and see. We'll have to see if it actually really hits, or if it doesn't. We'll have to see. Yeah, I think this is like, this episode is an episode that I think people who liked last season are going to enjoy it. But if you had any criticisms of what last season did, this is an episode that, on the face of it, is trying to do a lot of fun ideas. But in all, it's an episode that's spinning wheels. That's what it is. It's an idea that conceptually is cool and interesting, and I'm all for it. But the problem is, there's no payoff. There's like no payoff. It's all build up. That's what this episode is, exactly like last season, and that's kind of all I have to say about it. Like, I can say the acting was great, and the performances were all good, and the direction and cinematography and set design was all excellent and all expertly done. The problem is that the story is a spinning wheel story that, what else can you really say? It connected all the things with like all the episodes last season, this season. This is sort of what it's been building toward, but there's actually there's been no build-up, realistically. The only build-up to this was Lucky Day and then last episode with the Rani, and that's kind of it. And obviously little bits, obviously establishing unit and all that, and where they're at and all that kind of stuff. But all in all, unless next episode reveals stuff that has been built up to, and it's all revealed in a satisfying way, which I'm all for, then this episode ages better. This season probably ages a little bit better, even though I think a lot of the stories I just don't think have been very good. Yeah, I enjoyed it more than last episode, but it all hinges on next episode, so I can't really say anything about it. I imagine a lot of people were going to enjoy this, and that's fine, but I need payoffs and like a thing of like saying, this is all building up towards something I can actually attain and grasp on what's going on, not just, I have no clue what it is. It's unpredictable, because sometimes being just purely unpredictable, eventually you're going to just be founding out that in my eyes, you have to have setups that are like, when the reveal happens, you're like, oh, because of this, this, and this, that makes sense. It's the George R. Martin thing of, if you set up, it's the, I can't remember exactly what the specific wording is, but if you set the murder up to be the butler, but then you change it to the chambermaid, all the stuff that leads it to being the butler and then it getting changed, then the story breaks and it doesn't make sense. You know, it's all that. So, yeah, I don't really have anything else to really say. Yeah. I hope next episode is good, because then it makes this episode worth it. But yeah, all in all, I think they're positives in terms of like the superficial stuff, like acting, cinematography, all look good. Other than that shot with Rogue, that shot did not look good at all. that looked very, very rushed and dodgy. Lack of Mel in this, like she had like 2 scenes and that was kind of it, which is quite surprising. You think she would be involved more considering that she'd met the Rani before. Maybe that'll be next episode. Don't know. Maybe it will be. We did get Belinda's mother and grandmother, I assume. But the fact that we didn't get... The problem with this season is that you don't really get anything on Belinda's outward life, other than just a couple of spoken words, and that was kind of it. You obviously had Ruby back for this episode, which was expected. Interactions with with Shelley and that, and the disabled. I guess you can call it the disabled camp, but they're all like the disabled, like homeless people, of disabilities in terms of being in wheelchairs, blind, deaf, all that. They're all, because Conrad doesn't notice them because he's bigoted. He is, but that didn't really play into anything. They were just kind of there, and they didn't do anything unless it again gets played into next episode. But I don't know. It seemed like they died. They got crushed by Unit Tower. But yeah, and the Doctor is hurling towards the underground and going to probably meet Omega. So whoever Omega is, I guess we'll have to wait and see for next week. So yeah, that is Wishworld. Yeah, Spinning Wheels episode. Yeah, it's kind of just what it is really. It is what it is. You have to hope that next episode is good, because then this all gets a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. As you can tell, not miserable. I'm very content at the moment. It all depends on next episode. Really does, and kind of depends on the last 2 seasons on how they're sort of viewed as a whole. So there's a lot riding on next episode. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week for the finale of Doctor Who Season 2, The Reality War. No next time or nothing, no nothing. It's all going to be completely brand new. So yeah, have to just wait and see. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week. See you then.